so we don't want to leak our garbage here, but yes, we're very excited to be back, and it is great to see all of you.
Alright, so today we're going to look at this channel, PODCAST Mothership. They have a video titled, Where is Redbar? And we're taking a look at this because a lot of people are saying this shit as of late. Because it's been a year. I got corrected in the comments on my last video mentioning Redbar that it's been exactly a year as of August that we haven't seen Redbar. And as far as Joey Diaz is concerned, Redbar still has him scared. Let's see what this channel has to offer.
Can you even believe that we're back? Jules is here as well.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's up? Jules in the house. This is going to be a very difficult podcast to do.
I've lost my sight. It is true. Yes, it is true. I have lost... Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to the grand reopening.
Now, here's the thing. How many times has Redbar done that? How many times has he left for however long and then did come back? Right? I had people in my comments saying that he only gets 20,000 views on a podcast. It's like, yeah, that might be true, but it's 11 hours, dude. I mean, imagine watching 11 hours of Joe Rogan. Too much, dude. At least Redbar is kind of an event. But the fact that he's been gone for a full year and all of this shit has happened, all of these new channels have started, we're all wondering, where the fuck is he? Where is he? Why no words? At least when he was gone for however long that was before, he was putting out cryptic videos, making all the fans still curious. What does this mean? When's he returning? All of that shit. Now it's just completely disappeared. Completely disappeared. The crazy thing is if he comes back by himself or if he comes back at all.
All right, so on August 25th, 2025, Mike David sits down with Jules and does what Redbar does. Not a 20-minute podcast, not an hour, not even 3 hours. More than 10 hours of Redbar. And then nothing. No next episode, no season finale announcement, no dramatic goodbye, no public retirement statement, just silence. Almost one full calendar year later, Redbar's own official archive still identifies season 22, episode 9, dated August 25th, 2025 as the latest episode of the show. Now, as of today, recording this video, August 14th, 2026, that makes it 354 days without another listed episode. And you want to know what the strangest part is? The website is still there. Scars Club is still linked. The store is still linked. The enormous archive is still there. Redbar itself looks almost frozen in time. But Mike, David, and Jules, they've essentially vanished from the show.
You know, you're supposed to do this thing. This thing, it collapses. We've all seen these in movies.
Well, here's my other theory, is that maybe, because what I've heard is Jules and Mike David got a divorce. It's obviously from somebody in the comments, probably nobody that's close to them personally. But I'm also wondering if maybe somebody finally had enough and they decided to sue him, to take him to court for whatever. It's another good theory, but I'm not saying somebody like Sam Tripoli showed up and took the man out or whatever, because all of these comedians are probably doing the worst work of their careers since he's been gone, but that's because he's not here to keep them in check, right? I mean, they're all acting goofier than they've ever acted since Redbar's been on a hiatus. But let's keep watching, hoping that maybe PODCAST Mothership has some information as to where he went.
Movies, we've all wanted one of these our whole lives. Finally broke down and had to buy one. But you're supposed to do this really cool move and then it opens like that, right? Well, I tried doing it and I broke all the prop glass. So we don't have that. This is my new cane. It is true. Yes, it is true. But IDub said, you know, these podcasts are not supposed to be emotional dumping grounds. Okay. That's from IDubs. That's from Content Cop. so we don't want to leak our garbage here, but yes, we're very excited to be back, and it is great to see all of you. Let's give yourselves a round of applause here to start the show.
I'm so excited. I'm vibrating.
We're both very, very happy to be here.
Now, to understand why this disappearance is so interesting, you have to understand that Redbar was already changing before it disappeared. Let's take a look at season 22. One show was September 2024, then October, November, December, then March 2025, April, May, July, and finally August. Episodes were already becoming increasingly spread out. This wasn't the old version of Redbar firing up constantly, but there was still a show. There was still Mike. I mean, hell, there was still Jules, and there was still enough Redbar in every episode to consume an entire day. Then August 25th rolls around, and the trail stops completely. But if you followed Mike David long enough, you know something important. This isn't the first time he's disappeared. So back in June of 2021.
Right, like I said, the man has been on hiatus more than once. And people were still begging. People are still writing in my comments, Redbar's watching. Fool's notice. Because he has a dedicated, large fan base that strikes fear in comedians for him. But we can all agree now, Redbar's not watching shit.
Mike did something he's notably not doing this time. He actually explained himself. So on June 18th, Redbar's website posted a short health update saying Mike wasn't doing well and hoped to return as soon as possible. 5 days later, he posted a much more detailed statement. Mike said he hated discussing his illness publicly, but described being in severe pain, struggling to walk, sleep, concentrate, and function normally. And despite all that, he ended the message with 4 words: "I will never quit." Then Redbar disappeared for essentially an entire year. And on May 29th, 2022, he came back. The official comeback announcement literally said Redbar was returning with an all-new episode while Mike and Jules got accustomed to their new studio after being away for an entire year. Like, think about that. We're now approaching almost exactly the same length of absence again. And last time, the result was a new studio. That makes something Mike reportedly said during the final 2025 episode suddenly much more interesting. Okay, so now this is where we need to be.
The one thing that does bother me is that if he's still taking all that money, is Mike still getting paid for those subscriptions, but he's not putting out anything? I would imagine there's people, especially the fans, that are willing to still support him in that way, but it's like, hey man, when is long enough too fucking long? When is it enough? When can we finally start unsubscribing? Because again, I just watch the free episodes and the clips on YouTube and shit, but like I said, the man has created a massive audience. He has created a verbiage amongst people that will still make comedians shake in their boots, no matter what you think. I would imagine Redbar, if he's watching anything, he's probably talking crazy shit about this Akash Singh, Jasleen marriage bullshit, the Tom Segura divorce, the fucking Bad Friends game show. All of that stuff probably made him cringe.
Be extremely careful, because what I'm about to tell you is repeated by Redbar listeners, but I have not independently confirmed an exact timestamp or transcript from the original 10-hour episode. Several viewers on the Redbar subreddit remember Mike talking near the beginning of episode 9 about being sick of the current studio. One listener recently described Mike as saying they hated the studio and could disappear for 2 years while rebuilding it. And according to that listener, it was delivered in that very specific Mike David way, you know, where something sounds like a joke while also sounding suspiciously like a warning. Now, that doesn't prove Redbar is currently building another studio. It doesn't prove Mike planned a 2-year hiatus, and it doesn't prove we're waiting until August of 2027. But compared with some of the theories floating around online, this one at least has an interesting historical precedent. Mike disappeared for approximately a year before. When he came back, he had a new studio, and according to multiple listeners, immediately before this disappearance, he was once again talking about replacing the studio. That is worth remembering.
One of my...
Alright, so his biggest theory is he's taking this time off for a new studio. Sounds like garbage to me. Right? when you add in the health problems, maybe it's something else, dude. Maybe it's a lot darker than we all could imagine. Like the divorce between him and Jules, like the sickness taking a full effect and him not being able to control whatever it is. I don't know. But again, I do hope that he returns. Like a lot of people that like this type of content. We want him to come back, man. I'm not typing Redbar's watching into anybody's comments, but the man has an effect, okay, on comedy specifically. And I feel like every episode that I watched that was free and every clip that I saw was worthy of the view. Either way, it's cool that a lot of people are taking interest in this shit. Like, where the fuck is the guy? Because after like 7 months, I was like, he's probably not coming back. But either way, hit the like and subscribe over there at Podcast Mothership. Do the same here, and we'll see you in the next one.
Don't steal my face. Can you please?